So to make the sulfuric acid plant ready and all other toxic gases emitting equipment in the future, I have decided to make this FumeHood yeah. So I'm Mace Ringer, and today we have the FumeHood ready. So we'll test it out, but going through the whole system. Made the box in the previous week, as you could have seen. I have laid out, because I have taken out all the contact process equipment and made some space in there so I can add the SP later on. I've been also working on that, as you can see here, with the lot of shit that I have just pushed aside, but made the space ready, like laid out the piping and put the plexiglasses on, and this I don't know what this is. Now I have actually just put these two pieces of wood to the two sides and screwed, designed this, will show in solid edge. This is like a hollow rail that is sloped in the inside, so it does a bit if I as you can see, it is kind of hard to move, but that's the point, so it doesn't fall down. With two hands I can easily push or pull it. This first, yes. Then I put the disassembled it, put the rails up, put this plexiglass in, because this is kind of like flexible, and you can bend it like this to it is like a convex shape, and you can just slide the two ends that way in, and you can push it or pull it down, whatever. So yeah, assemble the whole system, as I said, and put the pipings in last week. Now I have bought some extra additional pipes because it wasn't high enough. I'm going to come here because there's not much space here, but the pipe from the back side, sorry for the shaking, so the pipe from the back side is coming out here. It's this elbow here that connects to this T-joint, and that has this like pipe that I have custom made here and heated up the end like this. It's basically this. So this is like a regular pipe section that the end was heated and it was pushed or pulled to the end of another one. So both ends are regular pipes, and the other was like ground with a slope, and that was both made on the bottom and on the top, so it is basically a spacer in between. So sorry, so for the pipes to be like be on the top here, so it is not like lower down, because it's not really convenient as well to lay it out. So come from the bottom here into the T-joint. The air will come in there, the polluted, sucked out air will come in there, and later on, now I didn't make it yet, but kind of like a 45-degree angle, will be a hole drilled in here with a 32mm like T-joint put in there, and we'll show you in the solid edge the model. Well, that will be a sprayer nozzle. We'll put it maybe in here, and the sprayer will spray this water mist down, and as the gases come up, they will react with it, so the exhaust will be neutralized and cleaned from the like pollutants. So this way it will be desulfurized or denitrized, I don't know what's the actual terminology for that, and that way it will be cleaned with some basic solvent, probably like slag lime or calcium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide. Almost forgot to mention that this here is a cleaning port that I can unscrew, basically like so. As I said, here will be the sprayer head, and or maybe even here, and I can basically take my hand and reach up and screw in the little spray head, because the spray head will be replaceable, and that way I will be able to like maintain it or do maintenance on it and replace it if it is needed. Here there will be the bottom, there will be a lead, basically a pipe, probably like horizontally led into and drilled out, led into there, and this way it will be elevated from the bottom, so the salt and the junk that is like insoluble in water and this solution, it will all settle to the bottom, those heavy shit, and that way it won't clog up the system, and it will drip back, settle, and on from the top it will skim the rest, and the pump will take that and push it in here to the spare head, and then, you know, have like a recirculating system. That way I will be able to clean the hose like emission gases this way. So yeah. So the air is going to be sucked through this big, long pipe, this 1 meter section. Here is like a spacer and a widener, I mean an adapter that I have 3D printed, and this is like an aluminum flexible pipe, and that's been laid to the, this is here, I don't know if it is visible from here, this white shit is the actual face of the vent, and this piece was 3D printed and put together with some rivets and this little plastic gun, plastic welding gun, because it was like aborted in the printing phase, but whatever. So yeah, this way it is connected to that, because as you can see, it is kind of like an irregular like shape, and this way it will be connected. Probably will put some glue in here so it doesn't leak that much, and through there, because it sucks a bit of like air in here, and that reduces the suction from the main chamber, as well as put the, as you can see there, these lines are not yet where the pieces of wood connect. These are, I have cut them so they are not perfectly like straight, and that way I will need to also put some silicone sealant in between those, but it is working quite well. If you stick around, I will show you in just a minute how the actual smoke test will go if I turn this shit on. And if I slide it down, it's quite visible that it sucks in the, yeah, of course it's not perfect, but as you can see, it is like sucking in the air quite well here. It's quite, even though there are some gaps still that I want to, like there, and in between the big corners around, on top as well. On top there is quite significant amount of, I don't know if it is visible from here, but as you can see that there is up on there's quite significant leaks or suction is happening, probably due to the big gaps in between the pieces. But yeah, as you can see, it is like quite well working quite well. I don't know if the smokes are visible from here, but it's kind of good. All these fucking wires are not the best, but like sliding through here. Yeah, it is kind of sucking it well in, as well as around the piping. As you can see, it is not coming out, it is going inside. It sucks it back up. So here it is kind of like yeah, here it is not the best because it is going up, probably like around there, but then I believe when the whole thing will be sealed better, it will do like a better job. But as you can see, it is like doing quite well, and of course as well as here on the top. But I'm quite happy with the progress that I've been making. Unfiltered section, very few people make it. And if we set aside our limiting beliefs that, yeah, it's all luck and good fortune that is required to achieve our goals or to get rich or whatever you want in the end, if we just focus on the things that we can control, like hard work and putting in the effort, of course, like it matters what business model you choose and what you do, because in a career you will never hit like 1 million per month income. That's like facts, so you can't change that. But if we are making hard work and making as much progress as we can and pumping out all the fucking necessary work to accomplish our goals, then we are actually increasing the likelihood, the chance that we will hit it. And who the fuck am I to talk about this? Well, I am a former gamer. I played like close to 10,000 hours in League of Legends and 3 to 5,000 hours in other games. And this was from the age, I think, 11 to like 19 when I stopped. Then I had like 2 years where I like fucked around and didn't really know about what to do. But after that period, I just started working on projects and which are really close to my heart, and I really love to be at home and be able to do them. In this period when from Sunday to like Thursday, I'm here in the dormitory, as you can tell from the background. But when I am at home, I'm just fully focused on building the projects because that's the brief period that I can put all my effort into that. And just wanted to say that in the last time I got comfy. I just got comfy and my work rate reduced, and this felt really shit because I was not making the progress that I wanted to, and basically my mood went down as well, and I felt basically worse in the regular day-to-day life, and that sucked, not gonna lie. This only happened because I was like coping with watching series and all this stuff, even though I was watching like 45 or maybe 2 episodes of like 2 separate seasons per week, and still reduced my output, my capability, because I didn't have this drive. I didn't have the drive to work more. And after all, if we put it together, if we can control, the only thing that we can control is our input. Yeah, it's not on us what the market will choose in terms of what's gonna pop up on YouTube or what's gonna be trendy or whatever. But then we put in as much effort into this, even though our content might not get viral, but the very few people who watch our videos are going to watch it long. And this, just side note here, but this, even if you get like 50 views or 20 views, that is like, let's make it 20 minutes per viewer. That's 20 times 50, which is 1,000 minutes of total watch time. But this can be 10,000 people and they watch for only, or 1,000 people and they watch for only 1 minute. This would be better because our audience is warmer here and they enjoy our content more, and they maybe even they get motivation or some insightful knowledge that can actually be better. So what I wanted to say is, it's not about me that what the algorithm will pick up or whatever, but when we watch videos, watch series excessively, and basically like anything is excessive amount, we need to try to reduce it down to basically zero. And when sometimes we fuck up, we do bad habits, and that's okay. But we aim to perfection, and then we can like reach greatness. And then I actually reduced, back in the days, the bad habits down because they just sapped all my time. Played, as I said, 10,000 hours of League of Legends, or at least something like that, and that ate away all my fucking free time. I didn't have anything, or I couldn't even do anything in my free time because there was none. Basically, all my time was playing, and nowadays all my free time is spent learning new skills and watching educational videos. This way I can become better, in the sense that back in the days I didn't know shit about chemistry, but I started then because I had the interest to make this. I learned things about it, and then it compounded onto itself because I knew about making catalyst material, or the catalyst material. Then I learned about the actual contact process. Then I started to learn about actual things and how do they measure these things, those things. And My knowledge grew, also my skills with it, because I know more about it and I put together the necessary pieces IRL back home. But had I not quit video games and the bad habits, or minimalize them, I wouldn't be able to do that. Because your life, when you are doing these bad habits, they give you comfort, they give you excess dopamine, and your life, even though it's shit, you just need this burning desire to move ahead. For me, I'm not making any money right now. I'm in university, I get some credit for here, but like nothing significant amount of income. And that's really pissing me off because I'm spending more money on the projects than my income is. That fucking pisses me off. And I would like to make money in the future, but I must understand that it's not now. I need to put in more work, more accomplished, so I become more like professional in that sense that I have like a track record of being able to put together things. But I need to learn the skills like designing PCBs or coding Arduino, understanding the mechanics of the system, crafting, all these things. I need to learn these from basically zero. And of course, if you are like a regular student or whatever, like school is not enough here. Like when you are wanting to do something, school is good for like actual declarative knowledge, that when you need to like know something that exists or can be done is good, of course. But when you need to get procedural knowledge, that is how to do the fucking thing, you need to get out there, try things out, and they might not even work the 10% of the times, because this thing doesn't work for you, this thing doesn't work for you, and you need to try a lot of things out until you get something that works. But uh, had I not just quit all these handbrakes would have acted like fucking sandbags in my balloon. I wouldn't be able to be here, record these videos, because I would probably play video games right now, and probably not even be here because I would have just quit university together, because I wouldn't have the discipline or the willpower to just fucking bear it through. Even when shit happens in like the project, I still go and do those things. So I think like desiring more and being dissatisfied is the only thing that will cause you growth. In the conclusion, I got complacent to like a bit over 1 year ago, and I wasn't, yeah, my mental health probably was better, I'm not gonna lie, but I was accomplishing basically nothing in terms of like physicality. I haven't done anything yet, and those days were like kind of happy, but like not fulfilling. So I would always choose this. Maybe going to go back into those periods, but probably just to like keep my desire even, and just fuel it even more and to spike it up. So it's hard, but you need to work like a fucking dog. You need to sacrifice all these fun things, because they are the price of greatness. They are the price of your projects. And if you don't choose your project, that's okay. But you need to clarify, not just like keep it back in your mind, and you don't like, you need to say this out loud, that yeah, when I choose these things, when I choose porn, video games, all these fucking bad habits, these things are more important than my goals. But on the contrary, if you say that I'm sacrificing all this, even when you have the massive urge to like watch porn or something like that, you just say that, yeah, my role models, let's say, I don't know, Hamza, Alex Hormozy, or Elon, whatever, wouldn't do this. What would they do? They probably wouldn't watch porn, they would do X, they would go back to grinding. And you say that, yeah, I will do as well, because my goals are more important than this little bit of fun, that this show, this bit of porn, fapping, or eating this junk food. And I think, yeah, just the last quote here that might like give you some motivation that loneliness is the price of ambition, and discomfort is the price of like greatness, achieving your goals. You need to, and as well as like befriending uncertainty, in that sense that you need to like always have these double thoughts that yeah, it won't work, but you don't do it just for the results. You basically do it for the, maybe in the beginning you do it some partially for the results, but you do it just for the sake of hard work and becoming better, because the skills will be valuable no matter what you like end up doing, because when you learn to design PCBs, you learn to code, or you learn to, I don't know, do anything, those skills will stay with you. They can't take that away. So you build up yourself, and that's going to be your greatest asset. I think this video is it. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, and be satisfied. Mwah.